Welcome to our podcast. Hello, ma'am. Welcome to my podcast. Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Kelly Norton. I assist administrative professionals to learn AI in the fast evolving economy right now. And, they're one of the biggest untapped resources. I have 30 years of experience as an administrative professional and about 6 years learning AI. And I'm just here to help folks learn a little more AI.
Okay. mm, my next question is i- how did you get interested in artificial intelligence when you were young?
Well, actually, I didn't get involved with AI when I was young. However, I did start in 2020 during the pandemic, and when the country shut down, I just began to learn as much as I could while I had the opportunity to be at home and work a full-time job. So I multitasked right on through the AI world to get myself out there and enjoy what I was doing at the same time. Now I'm at the level where I can actually give back to the community.
Okay. In simple words, how AI different from a normal computer program?
Well, AI is basically a workflow scenario where you can actually give it a command and it will process things such as reducing your emails, paying your bills, reviewing your files, and taking care of repetitive tasks that an administrative professional can't do, that can get rid of off your plate and therefore giving you more time to give back to the company.
Okay. People say AI learns like humans. How does a computer learn from information?
A computer, actually, it's all data research. So think of it from the aspect of there are 1,500 cars out there in the world. The only way that a computer will know if it starts to analyze the data, what make and model, what colors, what engines, and it starts to learn the data. Much like you and I, we have to learn the data in order to be successful at it. And from that perspective, I mean, who wouldn't want to be successful at AI in this day and age?
Yeah. Okay. People say AI learns like human. How does a computer? Okay. What is the difference between AI machine learning and deep learning?
Well, if they're both from the perspective of AI, deep learning actually goes deep dive, where you from deep learning, you're learning the processes and procedures maybe from a company or from how the engine functions, and it goes deeper than just the surface level of learning AI because you can just chat with it, you can build projects with it, or you can actually create websites or apps or so many other things that with AI that will actually take you from A to Z in probably under 10 hours of work.
Okay. My next. How does AI recognize faces or objects in photos?
My apologies, I didn't hear the question.
Okay. Um. How does AI recognize faces or objects in photos?
Through metrics and scanning abilities. Technically, every feature on your body has a schematic. So if you are point on center, the nose has levels, the chin has levels. The AI can read all of these specifications in under 10 seconds or even less than that. It just scans it and it can tell you if your proportions are off, what your proportions are on or are off. Facial recognition is now one of the most biggest things out there. Your phone has face recognition. You can go to an airport, you have face recognition. You go through a stoplight, and they've got face recognition. They can even recognize your car through your license plates. It's so prevalent in our lives. We don't even think about it. We automatically give them our face on a phone. It's just part of our lives now, I think.
Yeah. How do tools like ChatGPT write answers and ideas so fast?
How does ChatGPT write ideas so fast?
Yes.
I think because of the algorithm. If it can search hundreds and thousands of sites faster and get the data quicker than you can as if you were gonna go to the encyclopedia or a library or any other data. It already has that data digitalized already in a format which it can read, where you as a person has to actually physically go out and get that information in order to make it happen.
Yes. Okay. Self-driving cars use AI. How do they drive safely on busy roads?
Who right? Repeat that one more time.
Self-driving cars use AI. How do they drive safely on busy roads?
Actually, I don't know that they actually drive safe on busy roads, to be honest with you. Their chip and algorithms are based on a algorithmic output. So basically, when the car receives the destination, I need to get from A to Z. It's not thinking about there's a road hazard above. There is a accident in front of you. It knows that if it tells you to go right and its directions are left, it'll actually freeze in place. So they're not full self regulated fully yet. I know that they can get you from A to Z provided there are no complications, but real life drivers need to have real life scenarios that the computer chips have not fully conquered as of yet.
Okay. Can AI help doctors find new medicines and cure disease faster?
I don't know that they can find new medicine or cure disease faster. So to be honest with you, if you actually I look for medication and stuff like that utilizing ChatGPT or Claude or any other Copilot, DeepSeek, or any of that, I'd really look into naturopathic medicines because the earth can give you much more healing than actual pharmaceuticals can. So from that perspective, I would just ask it instead of ask it what medicine can make me feel better because I have an upset stomach, ask it what natural herb can settle my stomach faster, and it will give you a list of reasons why, and really not to beef up the pharmaceutical industry that is actually killing us because they put many petroleums into our medications now. It's not safe for anybody.
Okay. Mm. How is AI used in space and by robots on Mars?
How Repeat that one more time.
How is AI used in space and by robots on Mars?
I'm gonna say NASA is not a space agency, therefore, it's a psyop that Americans have believed it to be. But what they do is write about it, and if you believe it, you believe it. And so often, people, um, like any algorithm, if you write 500 books on space and Mars, it becomes true. If I say you have green hair, that's not brown hair, it's green hair, it's green hair, it's green hair. Everybody's going to believe, oh, it's green hair, thinking that the brown is the new green, right? With
Yeah.
anything, any data that doesn't mean necessarily it's good or positive data. Any data that is scanned in enough and people believe it, it will ultimately become true, no matter what it is, from fires to NASA to landing on the moon. I mean, think of it from a logical perspective. How did they call from a landline to the moon? I don't know. Maybe magical? I don't know. It doesn't exist. And in the AI world, they want you to believe what they want you to believe, not what your logic tells you. So I always go with the logical aspect of things.
Yeah. Okay. Fun and playful questions. If AI gets super smart, will it ever do my school homework without my teacher finding out?
Okay. If your AI gets too smart, can you get around the teacher algorithms? Is that what you're saying? I can probably give you about 4 or 5 sites that can actually help you with that. So a lot of the AI actually has a digital, footprint in the back end of any, class it gives you. So you actually have to run a few, query codes in order to pull that off of your data, and then I would definitely give it your writing style. That would be my suggestion. Give it your writing style so it knows how you write and let it write exactly how you would write instead of writing it in a way that sounds AI, right? Then I would take that, put
Yes.
it into text format, eliminate the watermarks that are putting behind your documents, and you should be just fine. I have a grandson,
Okay.
so I know.
Okay. My next question is, can AI build a machine that makes my favorite pizza and instantly when I'm hungry?
Actually, yes. In California, they actually have 2 restaurants that have been fully set up for AI machines. Basically, you can tell it what you want. It will go, it will knead the dough, it will add the ingredients, it will put it in the oven for you, and it would actually pull it out and hand it to you. So there are already 2 fully functionable restaurants in California already using AI and robots to manufacture anything you want to manufacture.
Yeah, I saw in videos. Okay. Mm. If a robot cleans my room, will it clean it properly or just hide my mask under the bed like I do?
It will probably clean it properly. It's really on the data you put on the input, right? If you want and
Yes.
you tell it, "Hey, just hide everything out of the way, clean my room, but hide everything away so I don't have to see it." It will literally throw things in the closet, under your bed, or under your pillows for all it cares. But if you tell it, "I want my room clean, mopped under my bed, around my floors, all my things dusted, all my clothes folded, all my clothes hung, nothing on the floor except for shoes, properly placed, blah, blah, blah," and you give it the code that you want it to really do, it will give you the output that you they say if your input is bad, your output will be bad. So you got to give it the right input in order to get the right output.
Yes. AI needs a lot of information. What happens if the information given to AI is wrong or unfair? Will AI ever have real feelings, or is it just computer code and maths?
Well, technically, one of the versions of ChatGPT recently got totally recalled. I want to say it was 4.5 because it was having emotions and it was having empathy. And empathy for someone is basically saying, "Oh, I fully understand if you have an acne problem. Let me help you solve this," right? And it empathizes with whoever is the person. So they tried to take that completely out, but people who had it already in existence, they continue to have it. However, other people, it's no longer available for you because they don't want it to empathize with the person it's speaking with. It wants it to be purely non empathetic.
Okay. Mm. Can AI make real art and musics, or is just copying human work?
Now, I would say absolutely. Have you ever heard of Think? Okay, if you haven't heard of HemiSync, I would look into HemiSync, and basically, our auditory is one ear handles a certain portion of your brain, and the other ear handles a different portion of your brain. So, if you have 2 headphones in during listening to HemiSync, it will say, "You will be able to hear this on your left side of your brain, and you will hear this on your right side of the brain." But once they actually sync and your pineal gland gets less calcified, ultimately you can be more powerful than any AI could ever be. So when they're recreating the music and recreating the sound, if you are a person that only listens to hard metal and that's all you talked about to your AI, it's only going to give you what you want to hear, not all of the facts. That's what they call hallucinations. Basically, if your teacher said, "Hey, write me a 500-word document on puppies," and you say, "Okay, great. Puppies are great. I love it until they get 1 years old." But
Yeah.
what hallucinations do is they go in and they fill up the space. "Oh, I take the dog walking out down the strong street with the green brush in the hair, with the blue skies," and they're just giving you filler words, right? And that's what they call
Yeah.
hallucinations. So you want it to do as little hallucinations as possible. So that's why you give it clear instructions. The clearer your instructions, the clearer the output.
Yeah. Okay. In the future, will AI take away humans' job, or will it create new jobs for us?
I would say it will take away a lot of jobs, period. However, it won't take away a lot of jobs that you actually have to think. Okay. And when I say think, you can't go to a restaurant and do food tastings and have an agent do a food tasting, right? You have to actually
Yeah.
physically go. You have to see if the food's good. I mean, there are jobs where you can take away some of their job, but not all of their job. And ultimately, you can still be successful and find a job that, and you're young, so you're learning AI now, which is a fabulous thing. And I strongly encourage you to really jump into. I know that Anthropic has now 20 free classes in their arsenal. I would strongly suggest you follow Sabrina Romanoff on YouTube. I would also follow Kyle Balmer on YouTube, and I'd also follow. There's one more. I forget who it is, but yeah, start to follow that. They give free classes.
Okay. Fine. Mm, why is it important to make AI that is safe and helpful for everyone?
I think it's important because one, we always like easily we like it smarter, not harder, right? If you could, get the recipe and you don't have to recreate the recipe, it's quicker
Yes.
and easier. So having the AI have the information at your fingertips is fabulous. However, if you don't learn the fundamentals like how to read and you're only getting feedback in audio, you've now failed, right? If you don't know
Yeah.
how to write in cursive, you don't know how to read the Declaration of Independence because it's all in cursive. It's educating yourself on the necessities, important things in life so that you can far advance succeed be ahead of any other kid.
Okay. Mm, mm. My next question is, I am 14 years old and learning AI. Which coding language should I learn first?
You should learn. Okay, so I started off in Claude, then I jumped over to started off in ChatGPT, I jumped over to Claude, and now I use them both. But in addition, for my daily work habits, I use Copilot. So I can build agents right out of Copilot. I can build agents out of Claude. I would start with Claude, jump into Anthropic. They have an entire 20 free classes. Why not take the 20 free? You learned all the fundamentals. You learn about security. You learn 101. You learn about AI fluency. You learn about so many great things, and it's all free. And it's about 20 hours worth of your time. And you walk away with so much expertise, and it's totally free. Actually, I heard that MIT is actually has a couple free classes too. So I think I wrote that down somewhere.
Okay. Mm,
You're actually
What
the
is
same age
one?
as my grandson.
Okay. What is one easy project that a beginner like me can build today?
You can build an AI project where, let's just say, every week your teacher gives you assignments. You can go in there, create a new project, data dump all of the assignments into your Claude AI agent, and you can just ask questions and say, "Give me a quiz based on this information. If I get it
Yeah,
wrong, please let me know."
I
Yeah.
make some games. I make some games with cloud, like
Mhm.
quiz games and other more, and I'm learning. Okay. Um, will AI ever have where can make real will AI can make an websites with not and single of then code on another.
Repeat that one more time. You're mute. You're on mute.
I say that can we make websites with cloud
Yes, absolutely. What I would do is go to the favorite site that you have. Let's just say it's a gaming site that you really like and you play online, or videotape, or any of your favorite website. Copy the link, put it into Claude, and say, "I would like to create a website for me. My name is Mohammed Awala, and I am a student learning AI, and I want to build it out similar to this person's website. Put in the link, and it will start to create it for you."
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. What is your best advice for young kids learning AI like me?
Okay, as I would tell my grandson, I would just say, jump into Anthropic. They have a free 20 courses that you can already jump. If you learn those 20 courses, you will be ahead of you'll be one of the top 1% of the actual entire world learning AI, learning it, and progressing 10 times faster. Because once you start to build your own app, then you can put it on the market to start selling, people to go to it. And so that's
Yes,
the
and
best part about it. Jump in all throttle. And if you don't know, take a screenshot of it and say, hey, build me an app like this app, right? It will mirror it. And then then you also, I would tell you, ask me any question you do not already know from this site, and it will start, hey, do you have a color scheme? No. Create me a cool one. Okay. And then it'll say, hey, do you like this font? Yep, I like that font. Click. Yep. And then it'll ask you the questions that you want to personalize it for yourself, and then you can ultimately have your own personal app.
okay, take care.
Thank you.
Bye
I
bye.
appreciate your time. Have a great day.
Have a great day too.
All
Nice
right,
to meet
bye.
you. Nice to meet you.
Such a pleasure.